the mind of a cryptographer. D. and Kelly certainly assumed that the communicating spirits and angels were real and enjoyed an independent existence. This gave the Elizabethan partners a decided psychological edge over modern magicians, who must overcome a smug mountain of logic, rationality, and spiritual cynicism in order to even begin to operate this most naively romantic of spiritual art forms. No two individuals are alike, and the art of preparing oneself and arranging the right circumstances for spirit contact is unique for every magician. For us to understand the elements of Enochian magic, we will need to get a basic idea of how the spirits went about reaching the minds of D. and Kelly, especially D., who was, after all, the operating magician. In fact, there are instances where the communicating intelligences indicated that they viewed the two magicians as a single entity, with Kelly acting as an extension of D's mind. As I mentioned earlier, D was not a particularly talented scryer. Although his diaries record several instances when he saw certain spirits and phenomena, he relied almost entirely on the visionary skills of others. This makes perfect sense to me. D's immense intellect was actually a magical handicap. His magnificent brain was too engaged to surrender its analytical control. His mind worked too fast, and his thoughts were too loud to hear the subtle messages from the spirits. This is not good for mystical experiences. In order for the communicating intelligences to get past D's constantly churning mind, they had to force him to use his mind to overcome his mind. They had to beat his brain at its own game. And what were the favorite games of Dr. John Dee's brain? Ciphers, codes, puzzles, magic squares. These were the arts that touched Dee's sense of wonder. Had he been obsessed with music, the spirits might have communicated to him through melodies or harmonies or rhythm. D was, at heart, a cryptographer, perhaps the best in the world, and whether he consciously realized it or not, this was how he could make contact with his subconscious mind. This is how he expected the cosmos to unveil her secrets to him. For Dr. John Dee, the secrets of the universe were codes that could be broken. Divine revelation was a matter of decipherment, and he was willing to work for it. Indeed, by working for it, he would prepare himself to receive it. Give me the raw data, and I will decode the mind of God. D was already looking for that raw data the day Edward Kelly first knocked on his door. He was looking for it in the Book of Soiga,